Good afternoon, children. Welcome to our chemistry class. Now we are in lesson 9 carbon. This is a video session 4. Some of the topics we've already discussed in the previous class. So recapitulation, we studied in the last video session physical properties of carbon dioxide, chemical properties of carbon dioxide, and then the thermal decomposition of carbon dioxide, fermentation of a sugar, laboratory preparation of carbon dioxide, and reaction with metals and lime. So carbon dioxide and the environment. How these carbon dioxide be in the environment? So it's a naturally in the greenhouse because these carbon dioxide, it is absorbing the heat from the sun. Again, it is giving that heat to the earth's surface. So obviously it is increasing the earth's temperature. The increasing the amount of carbon dioxide, obviously the increasing in the temperature. So the greenhouse gases, when the amount is increases, it increases our earth's temperature also. The next, the carbon dioxide is helping for the photosynthesis process. We know very well what is photosynthesis. In the presence of sunlight, the air present in the carbon dioxide as well as the water, chlorophyll, these can be make a preparation of food for the plant. So here carbon dioxide is helping to prepare a plant food. Next, greenhouse effect. So in greenhouse, so we have a carbon and then the carbon gases, it's a greenhouse gases. They can increase the earth's surface temperature. So here we have a setup like this, that is a greenhouse. These greenhouse, we are keeping the plants under the shielding of glass or sheets, reflecting sheets, because they may have to get the heat, then only these plants will grow. This is the setup called greenhouse effect. And then the greenhouse, it's a group of carbon combining gases. This is called greenhouse effect. Other than carbon dioxide, we have some of the greenhouse gases. They are methane and then fluorocarbon. These also will be in the maintaining a temperature. We are using these fluorocarbons in refrigerators and then air conditioner. But this can increases the atmospheric temperature because it is greenhouse gas. Global warming for here it is increasing 0.8 degrees Celsius. Global temperature since from the year of 1750 itself, the global temperature has been increasing. Now how much see the temperature has been increased, the radiation is heavy because we are using much vehicles. Vehicles can give out a smoke of carbon dioxide. Because of this, we are polluting our environment as well as the temperature of our earth also increasing. So the effects of global warming, what is happening? The South Pole, we have a ice continent, so in that ice flakes are melting, it increases the sea level. And then the weather, extreme weather changes has been taking place. We are not getting a rainfall for the particular interval of time. And then extreme weathers can be frequently we are getting. For that what will happen? It affect our environment as well as the crop production also affecting. We are not getting the crops healed for the particular time. So what will happen? The food sufficient will be causing. And then it is risky for a human health also. Then the risk for the wildlife. If the wildlife, we people, we are not getting water, what we are doing? We are moving the place where the water is available. Likewise, what is happening? The wildlife will be moving. So sometimes what will happen? It may be the cause for those animals are endangered. Action on natural water. So naturally water, it has a pH value. pH means the power of hydrogen. So the water's formula is H2O. So we need to measure a pH to know whether it is an acid or a base. The measures of the acid and base in the direct solution. With the help of the pH meter or a pH paper, we can able to know whether the given solution is acid or a base. So pure water is neutral. Neutral means it doesn't as an alkaline and acidic property. Its pH is 7. If the acidic solution, the pH will be less than 7, and then the alkaline solution, the pH will be more than 7. So when the carbon dioxide, when we dissolve in this carbon dioxide to the water, it is turns into carbonic acid. Its pH value is 6.5. But it is a soft and depletable but alkaline water. What is happening? It is an acid, but it will not harmful to the human being. So the pH value will be 6.5. It's near to 7. The pure water's pH value will be 7. But these carbon dioxide mixed with the water, carbonic acid pH value 6.5. It's near to 7. So it will not be cause the effect of acid. Some of the daily uses of carbon dioxide. The main important is it's used for the fire extinguisher. It will not help for the burning things to burn. Baking soda. And then for the soap and some of the pet bottle drinks, they are adding the carbon dioxide. And then it is used for the fermentation process also. It is used to neutralize the acid substance. In case if any place a man or burn with the acid, we can use sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda. It will be neutralized and then the harmfulness of the acid will be reduced. And then for the gas expansion life jackets, it can be filled. It is using as a cooling agent from the refrigerant and then AC. And then our breathing out product will be a carbon dioxide. So these are the regular uses of the carbon dioxide. One of the main use of carbon dioxide, it is a very good fire extinguisher. So how this fire extinguisher is working? It is otherwise called a soda acid fire extinguisher. Inside we have a sulfuric acid can and then sodium carbonate solution. The can was separately dipped in the sodium carbonate solution. Then on the top we have a two handle. When we press this handle, so we can easily release of the fire extinguisher. In center we have a safety pin. After removing the safety pin only, the top and then the bottom handle we can press together. Then the carbon tetrachloride will come out. And then inside we have a pressure gauge to increase the pressure. So it can be spread everywhere. Then sulfuric acid can, sodium carbonate solution is there. And then inside it has a siphon tube. So both are dipped with the tube and then nozzle. So when we press the handles together, what will happen? The sodium carbonate solution as well as a sulfuric acid, they combine together. Immediately they are releasing a carbon dioxide. So with the help of these two are reaction, then the carbon dioxide comes out. That carbon dioxide is put out the fire. This is how the fire extinguisher is working. So most fire extinguisher work by the separating the fuel from the oxygen, and then the oxygen comes from the air. It is same as oxygen we breathe. So since the oxygen to be contact with the fuel, it cannot hold to the fuel with something that keeps the oxygen away, the fire will go on. So what will happen? For the time of burning, when the atmospheric air, the oxygen is present, with the help of that oxygen only the burning things are getting heavy fire. So what will happen? We can avoid the contacting of oxygen. That's why the fire extinguisher, the carbon dioxide was pressed out with it. So it is immediately putting out the fire. So what are the reactions taking place in the fire extinguisher? Here first, we have a soda fire extinguisher, sodium bicarbonate, Na2CO3 is a formula. It is reacting the H2SO4, sulfuric acid. It gives first Na2SO4, H2O and carbon dioxide. Again, sodium bicarbonate also, when it reacts to the sulfuric acid, it gives a sodium sulfate and then water, carbon dioxide. These water and carbon dioxide are gushing out. When we open a pet bottle drinks, what will happen? Carbon dioxide and then inside the water comes out. Likewise, only the gases and along with the water comes out, then it is putting out the fire. Carbon monoxide. Next we are going to see carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide formula is CO. is a common of the combustion carbon fuels. When the carbon fuels are burned, it gives a carbon monoxide. It is a poisonous gas. Obviously, it pollutes the air also. But at the same time, the gas is used for the many industrial purpose. Okay, concentration of CO, carbon monoxide. It is a concentrated substance expected to be present in very small quantities in the mixture. So it's often expressed in parts per million. So the million parts, it will be a less. The traces of carbon monoxide will be available. This tells us the number of parts of substance present in the 1 million parts of the mixture. To measure a gases, so it will be useful. That is ppm, parts per million. So the concentration of the carbon monoxide in the air is also expressed in the ppm because it is very less amount present in the air. So CO level will be 100 ppm. Its city indicates the 100 liter of carbon monoxide is present in the 1 million liter of air in the city. So based on this only what they are saying in the Diwali or function time and all, when they are bursting more crackers, based on the carbon monoxide level, they are saying the air pollution. So how the carbon monoxide affect us? Because this carbon monoxide is very harmful. What it is doing, we are breathing and then the oxygen is helping for our to do the energy conversion. And then our body itself, we have a blood. In that blood cell, we have a hemoglobin. This hemoglobin is oxygen. But this carbon monoxide, when it is excess in the environment, it is affect our hemoglobin. So hemoglobin will not get the oxygen. So large amount of carbon dioxide overcome means with warming. So immediately what will happen? We will lose our consciousness and then suffocation will be taking place. So that's why we need to maintain a level of carbon monoxide in the environment. So what are the symptoms? How to identify the carbon monoxide level will be maximum in our body? So it is dizziness. So it will not allow the brain to get the oxygen. Headache will be there. Disorientation. Then we will not sleep properly. Impairment of the cerebral function. So the brain functions will not be a proper one because brain is not getting a sufficient amount of oxygen. So what will cause us? It causes coma, visual disturbance. We may not see the things properly. Disease of the heart and then respiratory system because carbon dioxide, monoxide is accumulated there instead of oxygen. So the respiratory system also will not function properly. Muscles weakness. So with the oxygen only we are getting energy. So no energy means what happened? Obviously the other parts also weakened. Muscle cramps. Muscle cramps you know very well. And then seizures and nausea. Nausea means some of the respiratory problem as well as the vomiting sensation, ability of pre-existing disease. So sometimes some of the dangerous disease will be causes for the carbon monoxide poisoning. How to cure this poisoning? So it is affecting our hemoglobin because hemoglobin only needs oxygen. So we are not getting much sufficient amount of oxygen only. The carbon dioxide is filling. So it is reducing the red blood cells content. And then this hemoglobin, it gets oxygen, then only the level will be equal. For that, what we need to do, with the help of the oxygen cylinder to boost the level of the oxygen in our body, then this CO, that is carbon monoxide poisoning, will be reduced in our body. So this carbon monoxide has a much industrial uses. What are the industrial uses? It is used as a reducing agent in the metallurgy to reduce the metals. When the earth crust itself, we are getting a mixture of metals. So that metals can be reduced with the help of the carbon monoxide. Here see the metal oxide, metal is M, O means oxygen. So when the metal oxide is reacting carbon monoxide with the help of the temperature, what is happening? The metal has been reduced. It gives out a carbon dioxide. And then mineral of the backside, it is for a iron Fe2O3. It is reduced by the carbon monoxide to give a iron. And then the next thing, iron 3 oxide, Fe2O3, ferric oxide, has been reduced to iron oxide for the carbon monoxide. Again, these iron 2 oxide has been reduced to iron. So carbon monoxide is also used in the metallurgy for the refining of nickel. So refining means the purifying of nickel also we are using, and then this is used in the large scale in the industries for the preparation of several organic compounds. For the preparation of organic compounds, we are using this carbon monoxide. Next, we are having some of the carbon monoxide compounds, methanol, acetic acid, hydrocarbons, and then phosgene were used in the synthesis of some polymers. So these are also the carbon compounds we are using in the industrial uses. Fuels. So most of the fuels can have a carbon in it, a substance that burnt with the view of obtaining heat or light from it is called a fuel. Example of fuel: wood, cow dung, coal, petrol, diesel, kerosene, CNG and LPG are fuels. So here hydrogen is also a good fuel, but it is difficult to handle it due to its explosive. So other fuels cannot explode, but hydrogen can react with it. It can be exploded, so that we are not using hydrogen as a fuels. Only the compounds having carbon, it can be a fuel. Caloric value of a fuel. So the amount of heat. Caloric means it gives out energy. So the 1 gram of a fuel in air and oxygen is known as the calorific value of the fuel, and then it is expressed in the kilojoule per gram. The caloric value of the hydrogen is the highest, and those of the common fuels much lower, because these common fuels have a carbon, but hydrogen doesn't have any carbon. It is very explosive. Here they are given a sum of the fuel and their calorific value in the kilojoule per gram. Wood 17, coal 25 to 33, charcoal is 35, cow dung cakes is 7, coke 33, kerosene 48, petrol 47, biogas 35 to 40, and then LPG is 50, methane 55, and hydrogen is 150. Carbon dioxide, water, and some carbon monoxide, along with a small amount of the oxides of nitrogen, coal, and petroleum are known as the fossil fuels, because they are formed by a biochemical process called a fossilization. Because under the earth, the death and decay matter of plant and animals buried over a million of years, then only they become a fuel. So this is the process, we can call it as a fossilization. So natural gas is a decay product of marine organism. So marine organism, you know that animals can live in the water. It collects over petroleum in the petroleum wells. Petroleum gas is obtained by the cracking. Cracking means nothing but of the breaking of bigger molecule into smaller one. So we have studied previously decomposition. With the help of the temperature, the bigger one molecule has been broken down into simpler substance. Likewise here, cracking, the bigger one molecule breaking off into smaller one. So this is the thing happening for the petroleum purification. Then promoting cleaner fuels. Cleaner fuels to avoid the much smoke. The uses of fuels like wood, cow dung cake, and coal are for cooking of petroleum and diesel in motor vehicles is accompanied by the emission of pollutants. So what are the gases it gives out? Carbon monoxide, oxides of sulfur, and nitrogen and soot. So instead of that, we can use CNG, compressed nitrogen gas, that is nothing but of methane, and LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, it is nothing but of butane. These two can be used because it has been given a less pollution and then very effective. And then cleaner fuels that are mentioned above because they are complete burning and they form carbon dioxide and then water. So today CNG, that is compressed natural gas, is replacing petroleum and diesel in motor vehicles. We have a gas vehicle. There, the methane gas is filled in the commercial uses. And then LPG cylinders only we are using at our home. It's highly recommended for use of the fuel kitchen. And then it is not possible for extremely poor people. But now it is possible for a Pradhan Mantris Jan Yojana. This is credit goes to our Prime Minister because he is giving a less amount for the poor people, the needy people, and then everyone can have a use of this LPG cylinders. Assignment for this class: name a greenhouse gas present in the air. What is the abbreviations of CNG and LPG stands for? What is fossilization? List the industrial uses of carbon monoxide. What is a fuel? What is the calorific value of a fuel? Thank you, children. The lesson is over. Have a great day.